It was kind of a time machine. It was kind of enabling looking back in time. In 2023, the Salzburg Festival, or Salzburger Festspiele in German, commemorate the 150th birthday of theater director and festival co-founder Max Reinhardt. And they do this by contributing an exhibition to one of his most important plays, his production of Goethe's Faust. The stage design for that Faust was one of the first Simultanbühnen. It was a pretty novel concept at the time in which the spectators could see all locations of the whole play at the same time. It was a whole city. It was actually an extension of the city of Salzburg brought into the Felsenreitschule, and it was designed and built by the architect Clemens Holzmeister. Visitors go right on stage in the Felsenreitschule, exactly where the stage was set almost 100 years ago. Ars Electronica Futurelab was asked to make the stage design from back then accessible and experienceable. So after evaluating different VR and AR technologies, we decided to go with classic VR goggles for the sake of immersion, as well as to manage the vast number of visitors who have been there. Based on a 3D scan of the Felsenreitschule itself, we manually recreated the geometry of all the buildings and elements of the stage design. And then we did that with a lot of sketches, plans, and especially with a large collection of photos we got from the Salzburg Festival archive. The most challenging part for us was to develop and find a certain aesthetic, one that catches the stage as realistic as possible. Another important element we worked with was light. So just as back then, when the original play was happening, we used lights to guide the spectators' gaze, because practically the spectators could freely move and look around on the stage. To prevent that, another major part of the project was the narrative. So Margarete Lasinger from the Salzburg Festival developed a short narrative with key positions and elements of the original play. So the visitors didn't only visit the Fauststadt, the stage design itself, they also saw a very condensed version of that Faust, of the play, from perspectives that neither spectators nor the actors had back then. I'm personally very happy with that project because we used virtual reality in a classic sense. We used it to visualize something that isn't there in reality. Or in this particular case, we used it to visualize something that once existed but isn't there anymore. So it was kind of a time machine. It was kind of enabling looking back in time.